How are you? My name is Janelle Jones, Stanford's son.
My name is Jade Callahan. Would you like to take a seat?
I would actually. Thank you so much. Okay.
You seem to be very worried.
I
Someone?
am. I left the chauffeur in the car, and my husband is probably watching.
Oh, okay. So we have a limited amount of time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, my name is Jade Callahan, and
Nice to meet you.
so why have you come here to see me today?
For the most part, my husband's very successful, and his stocks are breaking and building every second, so he's doing very well.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a lot of trips that he has to take, and he's traveling a lot. There's a lot of things he has to do, a lot more things he has to do. He's a small business owner now, not so much a small business owner.
Mm-hmm.
But he's stressed out,
Mm-hmm.
and seems like I can't do enough to please him. As I'm a homemaker, and I watch our children. We have 2 children, Billy and Jane, and it's becoming really, really bad at home. Like he's starting to hit me, say mean things in front of the kids, and I don't want my kids involved in that.
Mm-hmm.
But I love my husband. He's a good man.
Would you mind if I took notes?
Yeah.
So he's not treating you well.
No.
He's abusing you, and are you afraid for your life? It seems that
Very.
way.
Yeah.
And you don't want your children to be involved
No.
in this.
No.
Have you tried addressing your husband or talking to him or
I've tried, and he broke my arm one time, and it wasn't very pretty. It wasn't at all.
Have you so this is not the first occurrence?
No.
Where this how long has this been going on?
For about 3 months. Yeah.
Okay. And if I may ask, how long have you two been married?
We've been married for 10 years now.
So is there any specific occurrence that has set this off so recently in the 10 years of marriage that you've had?
I mean, he's always been someone who hasn't been able to handle a lot of stress, which is why I'm here. I don't work, stuff like that, to relieve tension at home. But it just seems that ever since, his company started taking off about a couple months ago,
Mm-hmm.
he's just not handling his stress well. So it's the worst of times. He can be so sweet sometimes, like after he'll hit me or do something, like he'll take me out to like France or Italy, and take the kids to Disneyland, and it's really nice. But I don't want to be hit anymore,
I can understand.
Yeah, I'm not your principal dad.
Not at all. You are a human being with values and with rights, and you're a strong person for going through this ordeal and handling it so well. Is he hurting the children at all?
No.
The children?
No, they're his pride and joy.
Okay. So he's not
No.
hurting them at all. It is just you that he's.
Yeah.
And has he hit you in front of the children?
Yeah.
So he's hit in front of the children, so we've seen.
Yeah.
And how is this affecting their lives? Have you talked to them about it and about what they've seen?
My son, he doesn't want to talk about it, and my daughter, she just cries. She's 3.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't want her to grow up with that image in her mind that this is supposed to happen.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of it's like I don't know who to talk to. I don't want to release my woes to my kids, but I want them to know it's not okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And
it's not acceptable.
right,
In the
right.
home. And how old is your son?
My son's 8.
So they're very young.
Yeah.
Very young to be exposed to this. And have their teachers, are they both in school?
Yeah.
Both in school? And have any of their teachers commented about how this is affecting their school life?
Well, Billy, he's a pretty quiet kid. He's kind of pensive, but his grades are dropping. He used to do very well, and he looked more talkative, and he just comes home and shuts himself in his playroom. So it's I think it's affecting him.
Mm. Wow. And your youngest daughter, or your daughter rather, what is her name?
Jane.
And do you see her attitude, her affect being changed by this occurrence as well?
She used to be very, very chatty, kind of playful, for a 3-year-old, very silly girl.
Mm-hmm.
Now she's very emotional. She's always screaming, "Daddy, stop!" And she'll run away, and talking to her, she'll just cry. And I don't like that either. It's changing her as well.
Yeah. And is in the children seeing him hit you, is this affecting how they relate to him, how they react when he, maybe comes in contact with them, like giving them a hug or something?
Yeah, it's kind of like walking on eggshells.
Mm-hmm.
Like they love him for the time that he spends with them and the things that he does for them, but when he hits me or when he talks to me in a really nasty way, they kind of just like disappear.
Mm-hmm.
Like Billy grabs Jane and they just run off together somewhere. One time he hit me when he broke my arm. Billy grabbed Jane and ran into the backyard into their little tree house, and we didn't see them for the rest of the night.
Mm-hmm. And it's normal for them to run off away and you not know where they are? Or you knew that they were in the playhouse, or?
Yeah, I found them there a couple hours later. But Billy, he tries to be the big brother and try to get his sister away. So when everything happens, he'll grab her first and just pick her up and haul somewhere.
So you've kind of instilled that protective mentality in him?
I tried.
Mm-hmm. And it seems as though you have succeeded in that, in him protecting his sister.
Yeah.
And so in fear for your life, have you called crisis services or any other, or talked to any policemen or anything in that nature?
My husband monitors our phone calls, and he thinks I'm at the boutique buying something right now. You're situated right near a boutique, so it looks like I'm here. Or I'm there instead of here, so that works actually. Yeah.
So your life is indeed in danger. So you're coming to look here for our services. Exactly what are you looking to do with this situation using our services?
Well, I don't want to upset my husband.
Mm-hmm.
He's very big in society. I don't want this to get out anywhere. So confidentiality is key to me. I love my husband, I do. I would like things to stop and go back to the way they were. But I don't know how you or someone else could possibly affect his life without it being intentional. You know what I mean? But I would like for my kids to seek counseling.
Okay. So them to seek counseling to deal with this, to process this at this young age, and also were you looking to seek maybe family counseling for all of you? Maybe not starting out with all 4 of you, but were you looking to try and get counseling for your husband as well?
Yeah.
For yourself?
Yeah, you know what? Actually, if we have a dinner party, would you mind coming by and talking to him and getting a feel for him and becoming a confidant or something like that?
That would overstep boundaries of, like you said, confidentiality.
Okay.
And we're out in a large setting and there's no trust. He doesn't know who I am.
Okay.
And he probably wouldn't give that type of information out in that type of setting.
Right. It's kind of private.
But I mean, have you at all tried to talk about possible counseling with him? I know that he is obviously injuring you, and that needs to be definitely addressed sooner than later because your life is in danger, and we wouldn't want you to be hurt in such a way where the children would not have their mother to protect them. But have you at all tried to discuss with him the possibility?
you know, I told him I didn't like how he treats me, and you know, it was like it never happened. The next day there were roses everywhere, and there was like a dinner for two, and the next week we had a trip somewhere. So, you know, I feel like he's sorry for what he does, but it seems like this is like his last option. Like he has nowhere to turn to or nothing else to do, so he just takes it out on me, you know. It's very stressful what he does, you know. But I don't want to excuse it anymore. I don't. It needs to stop.
And with his behavior, do you know any of his co-workers that he works with? Are you on a familiar basis with any of them?
Yeah, all their wives are in our Honor Society Club.
And have they noticed a change or a difference in his behavior in the workplace at all?
They love him even more now. You know, he's the guy who brings them all the money and brings in all the clients and goes to trips and bring people from Asia and things like that. You know, they're excited for the things that he does for our community. But behind closed doors, he's like a different person. You know, he's sweet as pie, but he's becoming abusive. And he doesn't drink at all. He's a Muslim.
So, in the community, he is being supported and being encouraged for all the good work that he is doing. So he's almost treating you as an outlet to all the stressors of his work that he's doing. That's what you see. And with this, what outlet are you using in dealing with how he's treating you, and how are you processing all of this?
Retail therapy. Girls gotta go to Tiffany's every now and then.
And has this been helping your relationship at all, or has this been straining it more because of the purchasing that you're doing? Has that been brought any animosity between the two of you?
No. It's almost like a deal, but I'd rather not use that kind of transaction. You know what I mean? Like we have finances to blow, but I put some up for the kids and some for retirement and just for fun and things like that. But this is not how I want to live my life anymore.
And well, in seeking our services, we really would like to help you, because we know that your life is definitely in danger, and we don't want to anger your husband anymore. We want your life to be our top priority in helping you as best as we can, especially with the children's lives, because even though he hasn't threatened the children as of yet, it never starts out that way, like you said, because with him, the beatings that he's giving to you, did they start off as brutal as they are now, or was it a gradual thing that you saw?
It was a gradual thing. First, he went from ignoring me, and then when I questioned him about it, he'd just yell and yell and yell. Then he'd lock himself away for a couple of days or for a week, and go to business trips without telling me or something like that. And then out of nowhere, when he came back, I was just so frustrated. Like, where's my husband been for 2 weeks? And one day he just hits me. Like slaps me right across the face. And as soon as he did it, it was almost like he snapped and was like, oh my God, what did I do? And I was just so afraid. Like, I've never seen him like that at all.
He has family that you could contact or talk to?
Yeah. His mother, I've been talking to his mom a lot. She's a very understanding woman, so I've been, telling her a few things about what's going on. I don't want her to be alarmed and make the situation worse. But I've been asking her, how does he deal with things as a child? And, she says that he's always bottled things up inside until, he either couldn't handle it or he got sick or something. So that concerns me.
Well, I understand that you are definitely in a hurry and our time has come, but definitely we definitely want you to come back to continue to receive our services so that we can alleviate the situation, because your life is definitely of utmost importance.
Yeah.
So thank you, Mrs. Jones.
Thank you so much.
So please be careful.
I will.
And all I can say is continue to keep up the work that you have.
Okay. All right. I think I hear my chauffeur, but thank you so much.
Have a good evening.
Okay.